wrestling in America, or is it in all the big cities?
It's everywhere. It's truly, it's a, you know, in a lot of ways, it's a three-generational, won't call it true sport, but it's a form of entertainment that is from coast to coast.
What was your kind of sporting into it? Did you kind of wrestle at school? Was it, or were you in another sport? How did you get into it?
You know, Paul, I'm a third generation. My grandmother did everything but wrestle. But no, she's a promoter. My dad wrestled and promoter, but I grew up playing basketball, played college basketball, but my first love was, you know, at 12 years of age, I was going to wrestling matches, concessions, setting up the ring, marketing, you know, hanging up posters, doing every little odd job I possibly could. So it's always really been, it's a family business, like I said. My grandmother got into the business in 1946 in downtown Nashville. So the Jarrett family's been in wrestling over 75 years.
We have a parallel in this country with the Crabtrees, you're probably aware of, in the UK with Big Daddy back in the day, but the Crabtree family, again, with the same sort of promoters and wrestlers came from that. So,
it's in the blood, you know, the McMahons, the Harts, you can, you know, name a lot of wrestling families, but it's one of those things that, you know, if your dad's a banker, sometimes you get into the banking business or plumbing or whatever it may be. Mine was wrestling, but I like to say that I've really never worked a day in my life.
We've been astounded about how hard it is. I mean, on the body, how physical it is. I know people, it's not a sport, it's an entertainment, that's fine. But we interviewed Hogan, and I mean, he was in bits.
We could see the impact that the sport had on him. He's not the only one, I'm sure. I mean, like the British wrestlers of the past, but the same. It does take its toll.
It absolutely takes its toll. You know, I like to say that this is my 37th year. I just turned 56 last week, or the 14th of July. But it's all about, to me, conditioning, staying in shape. You know, there's a saying: if you want to live long, and that means you got to stretch a lot. So I did a lot of stretching, but you just got to stay in shape and treat it. You know, there was a time in my career that maybe I didn't treat it like a career, a little bit too much partying here and there, but no, I've really taken a very serious, and I've done it my entire career, but you got to stay in shape.
Now, you got a big event coming up next month at Wembley Stadium. It's a big room.
A room?
That's a big room.
You didn't say Wembley Arena, you said Wembley Stadium. Again, I just referenced being a third generation. Who in their wildest dreams would have thought I'd been sitting here talking to you about, you know, it's under 4 weeks. We're going to make history. The event's going to sell out. We're going to sell well over 80,000 tickets. We're in the mid-70s right now. Yes, that's kind of crazy to think about. The 100th anniversary at Wembley Stadium and a professional wrestling event is happening in less than a month, and it will set a record. Again, there's been a lot of records, but for me to be a part of history and people here in the United Kingdom, well, people are going to be coming from all over: Japan, Australia, all across the States, all across Canada, the islands, Europe, Middle East. But right here in London, all eyes will be on Wembley Stadium because a record, history is going to be made. And who doesn't want to be a part of history?
Yeah.
I mean, you're fighting on the bill, presumably.
We'll find out. You know, you guys were earlier looking at that guitar shot reel, so I'm trying to formulate a good list of who should take the guitar shot. You know, there's going to be a lot of VIPs. The VIP list is a mile long right now. But should I crack? Who do you think? Prince Harry? I put him at the top. But what about Jack Grealish?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. He'd probably find it funny.
We'll find out.
One of Jeff's things, we did watch this reel, myself and Andy, knowing he was coming in. And it's a reel someone's put together on YouTube, because the thing that Jeff liked to do around his fights, because you play a bit of guitar, don't you, as well?
A few chords.
Country singer and stuff. Was that you'd like to, you know, you would use the guitar as a weapon, and you'd hit somebody with a guitar. You've been doing this for years, and so there's, over the years, quite the reel has built up of you doing it.
Acoustic equalizer is like I like to refer to it. Another name that came up earlier doing media. What about Mr. Tumble?
Yeah. So if you clobber somebody with a guitar, can you be disqualified, or can you win?
Of course you can. Anything can happen in professional wrestling.
Yeah,
there's no yellow cards and red cards.
No, I appreciate it.
I think he would have stopped doing it if it was costing him money.
That's right.
Yeah.
We both love the old, I mean, we love this wrestling too, but the old wrestling.
World of Sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of brought up on, this is the thing, I wonder if they're kind of parents of the people who are into it now, kind of went along initially and have got their kids into it.
It's truly a generational thing. Wherever, you know, I've got my pal Grado here with me, and we were talking in the car ride over just about how it's truly a generational. In America, you know, grandfathers and grandmothers used to sit down in front of the, we'll call it telly, and watch it with their grandkids, maybe babysit, and then they go to the matches. It's something that through the years and, the prior generations, it was World of Sport. And then, you come through the Sky Sport era, and now, AEW on ITV, and, a massive amount of coverage, huge ratings. It's really, used to think about, is wrestling really part of pop culture? Well, when you're going to put 85,000 plus fans in Wembley Stadium, it is pop culture. It truly is.
I produced a video, a self-defense video for kids with Rowdy Roddy Piper. He was a really amazing guy. He's no longer with us.
Yes, yeah. Knew Roddy well, a dynamic, larger than life personality. Even just sitting down for a cup of coffee, his personality was larger than life.
Now, you mentioned Grado, though. He's sitting in the corner of the studio. He's got a bit of a Talksport link, actually.
Oh, don't bring him out
Can we
here.
have a very quick word with Grado?
No. Listen, this is only for VIPs. No, I'm kidding. He's not, listen, all kidding aside, Grado, in the car ride, did we not reminisce? He owes his entire, not just wrestling career, he's into acting now, but he's owed his entire career to Talksport.
You'll never believe this. So, when I was 14 years of age, right, this is a big deal for me, being at Talksport.
Yeah.
Because I used to listen to, remember Tommy Boyd?
Sure.
And a Saturday night, and he had a wrestling show every Saturday night. And I used to hide in my granny's bedroom every Saturday night. While my pals were going out and getting girlfriends and all the rest of it, I was listening to the wrestling show. And one Saturday night, I decided to phone up and I said, how do I become a wrestler? What is it? What do you need to be a wrestler? And the wrestler that was on the station that night told me where to go, right? Told me about a club, and I joined it the following week. I've never looked back. I've been there wrestling for. And the funny thing is that clip is on YouTube when I'm 14 years of age. Somebody uncovered it bizarrely during the lockdown.
Wow.
And it was me, 14 years of age. You know what I mean? I've got the squeaky voice going, "Hey, how did I become a wrestler?" And honestly, and so this is a big deal for me sitting here at Talksport. I don't think Go Radio will be happy with me saying this when I'm a breakfast show presenter up in Scotland, but anyway, now I tag along with old Jeff.
Now he's making silly sitcoms.
Oh, yes, well, you are in Two Doors Down, aren't you, Grado?
Yeah. But, some people say I'm like the British version of The Rock.
No, Grado says that. Nobody's.
But how many Scottish sitcoms has Dwayne Johnson been on? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
that's a good point.
That is
It's
very
a good point. It really is. As I've been to Malin McCoy. But Super Ali, by the way, is he not here now?
He's on holiday. He is on holiday, isn't he? He's having a little bit.
But I just need to say that Jeff Jarrett, the guy sitting next to me, I owe a lot to this guy because I did listen to the show every Saturday night, the wrestling show, and then they told me how to become a wrestler. And never in a million years did I think I'd ever get the chance to wrestle in America. And that's what every young wrestler wants to do. They want to go to America.
Yeah.
And this guy booked me to wrestle in America. Wow. He did. So he gave me my dreams. He gave me my dreams. And then he sobered up. Then he sobered up and stopped booking me.
Are you in the bill at Wembley?
No.
Hell,
What did you say? What are you talking about?
He's looking at you
Oh,
there.
he's giving the eyes. He's giving the
wrong
eyes.
there. That's
Yeah.
not right.
No, come on, Jeff. Don't be so stupid. Don't be daft. I'd love to beat Wembley, I would, but my leotard is gathering dust up in the loft, so it is. I wouldn't mind wrestling old Jeff. He does remind me of Marty Jackie, who's currently watching my Wayne's right now up in Scotland. Very similar like Marty Jackie. By the way,
He's not seeing the funny last time.
He is a nice guy. He is a nice guy. But
Yeah.
this is a guy that back in the day.
Oh, blimey. Wow, wait. God, dear. He didn't take that. What I said. Oh, Jeff.
Normally it's me that gets it from the wrestlers. I can't believe that.
Say the interview's over.
I think we are, Jeff. We're not,
I apologize.
yeah, well, I can see he wound you up.
I've had just about enough.
Yeah.
Well, Andy, I appreciate it.
You're going to need a new guitar
Wembley,
for Wembley.
less than a month.
Fantastic. It's all happening on the
That's what goes into
27th
highlight
of
reel.
August. Good stuff.
Really.
Well, you're right there, Grado. You're just slightly blindsided by that. So, wow, he's not in a good way. He was so looking forward to coming into the Talksport studios as well. Of course, taking its toll on him. Whoa, look, it's a bit wobbly on the old pins there. It's not good, is it? Where did you get that?
Mind the headphones.
Yeah, that's it. Good old Andy. Never mind Grado's head. Mind the head. Such a company man. That's it. Well, you won't get to tune out that guitar again. Here we go. Thank you. So on it goes outside. They're taking it into the studio. No, I'll show you. Let me just show you that guitar.
going to be like a one that's.
Go on, how do you play a bit of guitar?
That's a little.
So there we are.
That's a little. Yeah, John comes in, I'll give him a bit of.
Yeah, okay, we'll finish the producer off for the rest of it. Fantastic.